God bless you. It's Evangelist Yolanda. Salas, say hello to everybody in America. Today we're going to talk about this guy that died where? In the Bronx. We're talking about the teenager, beautiful young guy that he died, he passed away. Let's talk about this, about the community. Yeah, we're going to talk about what happened in the Bronx. And you know what happened because that's around the news, and you know this is the more horrible crime that happened in America, because you know there have been so many crimes, but this was the more horrible one about the Dominican community. We're talking about that right now in this video. Let me explain to you what is going on and what happened when this happened in the Bronx, right? And you say, oh, we know what's going on. You know what's going on, but I want to explain to you very good what is happening when this crime happened in the Bronx. We're gonna explain to you what it was the reason that this happened. Let's continue talking about it. Okay, there was a say when we saw that, and we see this in the news, we see it in YouTube, we see this around the world, right? Because everybody know what happened about this young guy. It was so sad because he tried to help somebody else, right? So he went downstairs to give $5 to one of her friends because he needed for it, right? But that was unbelievable. This was a trick to this young guy, right? So my point is, why you left a young guy at that time in the night go downstairs to give to this another friend $5? Why you don't thinking better and say, this is a strange, why he's gonna go up this time downstairs, and this guy call him about this time in the phone and tell him, come on downstairs, I need $5 because I'm hungry. Right? It's something unbelievable, right? Who around the world had that classy like this one? Why we talking about this? Because it's so sad that we see a bunch of young guys too that was around, and there was more about the crime to this young guy. So they say they confused with somebody else. That's what they say, right? Because we hear that around the news. Because they say he looked like the same like the other one. That's what they're talking about. But for me, I don't think so. You have to find out when you see somebody they look like the other one. Find out very good this is the same person, because you always have something different. Different. Maybe you had like a tattoo, like they say that the guy had a tattoo right here, or they don't have no tattoo, you know, something that you had to recognize that this is the same guy that you're looking for, right? That's what we're talking about. But a lot of people, when they make a mistake, they say, oh my God, I make a mistake, forgive me. Let me tell you something. Before you make a mistake, like you say you make a mistake, why you don't undo something better than you was doing? Why I try to tell you about that? Why you don't thinking to do something bad and when you be doing what you did? Because it's not only because you killed the young guy. The only thing is why you make a real big mistake with a beautiful person that not have to be involved about this like I said, this problem with that another girl. It's a big problem. That's what we're talking about. Let me explain to you. Now this is go around the internet because everybody making now drama how he passed away, how they let the young guy die. Let me tell you something. We're going to talk about the neighborhood. We're going to talk about why he passed away and why the whole own people let him pass away. Let me talk about it. We see this young guy that was in the store, right? And he was inside the store, and the people from the store is from her own country too, because you know the young guy was Dominican, and you know that. So these people inside the store saw the young guy that he was in the store, and he tried to, like I said, hiding because there was a couple of guys that was running behind her back, and they want to try to do something back to him. So the men inside the store know that. Why they not say nothing about it and shut her mouth? And when those guys go into the store, don't tell them nothing. You guys what I'm saying? So why they don't call the cops? That's what they're talking about. And then hiding the young guy. Do you understand what I'm saying? So what happened? They'll say owner of the store take the young guy, and what they do with them? Throw to the lions, right? Because they don't care that he was hiding inside the store. So that was so horrible. See people from Dominican Republic do something like that. I explain to you because that's what's going on. So for the second time that happened, because all those guys was around, and people from the building, they was looking out of the window like that, and there was tape with the phone, everything was going on. Do you think they had time to call the cops? Do you think they had time to call the ambulance? Do you think they don't have that time? Right, they had time, but the people is like nosy, right? They was looking something that's not, like I say, it's not a problem, but at the same time they was taping it because they want putting where in the internet. That's what I'm talking about. So my point is, why those people in the neighborhood, they don't help the young guy? That's what I'm talking about. And they feel so sad because he passed away. Let me tell you something. Don't feel sad for somebody when you got the dark glasses. If you know you can help them, then you don't help them there. You know why? Because you don't have that kind of heart to give your hand to somebody is being killed downstairs right here in New York City. You saw it right there in the street. He tried to get into the hospital, and he can make it. Why? Because he was bleeding so much, and you know that because you saw him from the window, and nobody helped him. And about my point, they was sitting there right there. Right there, I was a stair next to the store. He was sitting in the bleeding and stuff like that, and everybody's look at it, but nobody called the ambulance. No, they don't call 911. What is going on with the Spanish people? And now everybody talking about, what they killed like that. We want justice and everything. We want justice. We know that. But the only thing, why you let him? If you was her friend, why you letting him die? If you know that he was bleeding, why you don't call the ambulance? Why you keep on looking in the window when you saw a bunch of this gun try to kill this young guy? If you know that, and why you don't do something to help on this young guy? That's what we're talking about. Not everybody making drama, like I said. Everybody talking about it, and everybody say, "Oh my God, well, he did something wrong like that." When he was in the neighborhood and he needs some help, and nobody gave a hand to this young guy. This is so sad. This is, for me, this is so sad, and for her mom, more sad it is, because she's my mother. We're talking about a mother because I know now you see her relax, stuff like that, but you have to look at her mom now, because that lady is gonna be like principal, because you're gonna remember her young beautiful son, and now she need help, and you know that she need help. She need a lot of prayer for a lot of people, because you know she's gonna have so many problems, because she doesn't remember her own son, what they did to them. I know they make it justice to this guy that they found it in New Jersey and everything, but it's not. This is not enough for this family, because what they did to her son, it was something embarrassing around New York City. We're talking about the community, Dominican community, and you know what we're talking about. It's very sad when we saw that, because it's in around the news. We see so many people pass the video around Facebook, and you know that Instagram, every place say, "Oh, he come out famous." He come out famous when he passed away. When he was alive, nobody give you a hand to this young guy. This is my point. When he was alive, when you was, everybody was hiding, everybody was in the window, and nobody do nothing. And now he's popular, right? Popular because he passed away. And we're gonna remember in our heart. Why you remember him when he was downstairs and he tried to fight for her life, and nobody give you a hand? That's my point. And nobody want to take that point from this woman away, because this, I feel so sad when I saw the videos. I saw her own people then I'll give you a hand to the young guy. That's so sad. That's to say, you don't have a phone, you don't have a phone at the same time. What you was doing with the phone? Taping them, that's only? And not call the cops? What is going on? And we hear boys inside the phone when ladies say, oh, get out from the window. Why? You keep on copying this? But she continues to say, oh, look at him. Oh, that's the one that's downstairs. Oh my God, he's going to the hospital. What the hell is wrong with these people? It's so sad. And that's what you see. They do have a lot of candles right there, right? Because a lot of people bring in a lot of flower, a lot of candles, a lot of balloons and stuff like that. And you hear, and you feel that a wind blows so very hard, with a lot of men and everything. Is what the spirit of this guy, because what they did, it was something embarrassing and horrible, and he didn't want to pass away because it was not her time. That's what we're talking about. So that's what I'm telling you right here in this video. It's so sad when we see people that were so beautiful, that he had a dream to be a cop and everything, and somebody, because they say they confuse him, destroy her own dream. That's so sad. And when we see a community, and nowadays everybody keep on screaming, Junior, we always remember you, and keep on that balloons and everything. That's so sad. That's so sad. Because when he was need you, nobody was there for him. Everybody was looking in the window, and now everybody talking about it, right? Because we see a lot of people talking about it. And so sad. Let's shoot my video because that's what I feel. I saw my condolence to this family in the Bronx, but more sad, wow, of the whole community, they don't give you a hand to a young guy. They need you to give you a hand in what it was happened to these people for her own country. And when that parade comes, everybody says, I'm a Dominique here, oh my God. But when you have to be reunion, what it was, you don't do nothing for helping a young guy like this beautiful. I know the school happened then, the cops and everything, give you money, stuff like that. A lot of I take people and everything like that. That's not enough for a mother. A mother feel what happened to this child. And her mother always gonna remember because that's her child. And her mother is a mother. And we feel that because when we have children, and that is something that's coming from our heart, because a mother is something beautiful that God had right here in this earth. And lost a child is more important to my mother. A mother, they had a love in the heart that we're talking about. But this is sad. Let me tell you something. What's the community? What they need, this child needs you. And that's why you see the spirit of this child is so mad, because nobody helping him. We need the help for everybody in the community and those people from the store. That store next door, I wish they took that store out of the sight, because what happened in the Bronx, it was very sad. Everybody feel that. Well, now when he passed away, but when he was alive, who was for him right there standing and helping him? Nobody. A lot of people living in that neighborhood, and who was right there when he needed. Everybody was looking in the window. It was a lot of people looking downstairs when they saw that can. Who did something for this young guy? That's what we're talking about. And now everybody come out with a lot of flowers, make a line and stuff like that to see a funeral that he was right there in the casket. What the hell is wrong with this humanity? What's wrong with these people? He need help when he was in the problem, not help when he's dead. Dead? For what? He can hear you? Huh? He can tell you what's going on? You don't see the way he passed away with a lot of anger. You know why? Because he said, why that don't happen me? Why? Why you hiding and you don't come out and helping me? Why you don't call 911? Why you don't call the cops? Why? That's the question and nobody can answer around the world. And you know that? Because he's the one had the feeling and passed away. But you understand what I'm saying? This is what I have for you for today. He explained to you that this young guy passed away. He had to pass away because of gangs. A gang destroy her life, confused with somebody else, then he didn't even know there was this person. And the other one, and now the one is the one that's supposed to be dead. He's alive, laughing about what has happened to the young guy. What is going on? And everybody is the same country. what is not love in this world. We need to pray for the family, we need to pray for the mother, and my cousin to this lady. But what happened in the Bronx, I feel the whole humanity, everybody feel that in our heart, because it was so sad what happened to Junior, and he don't want to pass away, but this gang, the devil used them to destroy her life. And so sad, right? This is like I said, something very bad happened in 2018 in the Bronx. Very, very sad. Everybody feeling and everything. Now that he's dead, he don't need, like I say, you to bring some flower or bring like I said, you love. Now that he passed away, he needs help. When he was alive and you was in the window and you was in the community looking from the window and you did nothing from him, and when he was in the store, that this man took them and give it to the lion to destroy them and eat it. And that's what happened. They eat it. Why? Because made him bleed, right? That was a sad. What I'm telling you is very sad, because it can happen one or your child, and God bless them, they're not happening. But this is, like I said, something very bad happening in this community. But about what? Because the whole community was together and it was reunion. That's what happened. When you together and you see something, a crime like that happening in the street, that happened in 1970. That everybody see crimes in the outside in New York City and everything. Everybody left the door. Everybody don't open the door for nobody, lock the door. If they don't want to open the door for nobody, you know why? Because they don't want to be involved. Why you don't be involved? What happened? Somebody, they need some help. That's why you see so many in 1970, so many, like I saw, race and stuff like that. But a lot of people be killed, a lot of young girls, stuff like that, because everybody don't want to be involved. That's what's happening right now in New York City, in that Bronx. It was so sad. They now make a justice to those, like I said, abandoning the deed to this child, and now they had in jail. But her mother, nobody can, like I said, reset that pain that she had on her heart, because the only one can console her and everything is God. That's the only one can be with her and try to help her, because that lady is gonna cry a lot when she go to her room and found out that her son is no more in there, because somebody took her life away. And you know the Bible said to not kill, and these people like to kill, and now they make justice to them, because God always good all the time, and God always held the prayer of the mother. God bless us. That's what I have for you for today. I explained to you what happened with this young guy, and why this young guy did not like I said, rest in peace. You know why? Because he feel that when he need help, these people that don't help him. And that's what I'm saying. The spirit angry about what happened to him in the Bronx, and nobody helping him. And now everybody, when they see that he passed away, everybody be reunion. That's so sad. God bless you, and that's what happened to you for today. And my connection to the family, and that's what I have for you. Subscribe to my channel, Yolanda Salas, and I bring you this video because I feel that I feel the death of this young guy in the Bronx. God bless you. From New York City, Brooklyn, New York. God bless you.